What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome in, y'all. This is the DFS channel. I talked about it in the other channel that I was going to make another channel and make sure that I covered just DFS on this channel. So we're going to touch on this NFL Showdown slate tonight. You have 300K going to first place. It's a $20 entry over on DraftKings. As you guys know, I'm not going to fill an entire lineup in this video, but we're going to kind of break down how we expect this game to go. And then build based off of that. I'm going to give you like 3 to 4 kind of core spots that I really like early on as of right now. As you guys know, to get the optimal lineup for this, I will be posting my favorite, absolute most optimal version over at greenlightdfs.com on the NFL Access page. You can get access to that over at greenlightdfs.com. Let's get straight into the breakdown of this game, man. So first and foremost, what do we think is going to happen here? Now, Vegas has the spread of this at like a good bit. I mean, you have a high total for New England, so they're not expected to be stopped at all. It's a good, solid spread, so I'm expecting New England to kind of control it pretty easily. With that being said, when it comes to captain, I mean, there's multiple ways that you could go here. You could either go with Jackson Dart at 15 with his rushing ability, playing from behind, probably doing a lot of throwing. There's some value that you could pair him with as well at the flex. There's some value receivers for the Giants that you could definitely rock with. Drake May obviously has huge rushing ability as well. If you think he's going to be the overall biggest scorer and you think the value is there's a plethora of value at flex, then you absolutely could go Drake May at captain as well. And then other options that stick out for me is going to be Henderson. All right. Travion Henderson is going to be a major option for me because New England's in a very favored spot. You can get him at captain at 12K. I mean, with the way this game's expected to go, I'm expected to see a lot of Henderson, man. He could absolutely chew up the Giants defense that just gave up like what, 60 damn near to Jahmyr Gibbs on the ground. Absolutely ridiculous. So, I mean, it's a great spot. They're at home in New England in a favored position. So I really love Henderson. He's one of the guys I definitely love at captain. There's multiple ways that you could play with this. But Henderson's definitely a guy I really like in captain with. He should get 18 to 20 carries. He should get in the end zone once, maybe even twice. He could easily end up giving us some really good value at 12K. All right? Now, with that being said, I think between May and Dart, it's a tough decision. Let's check on the newest Dart news. He confirmed that Dart will start Monday night's game against New England. All right? So, with that being said, we know that Dart has the rushing ability, right? He can give us the solid floor at 10K. Okay? So I do like that. Him and May both have that rushing ability. Dart's going to be playing from behind, having to do a lot more in his position. I think Dart is probably the guy I'm leaning to a little bit more when it comes to that. Now, who can you pair Dart with? Because if you're going to play Dart, you could technically play him solo. But, I mean, there's some options on the New England side that are definitely value options that you could rock with to pair with. All right. First spot that I want to talk about when it comes to that Giants team playing catch up, throwing a lot, playing from behind, is going to be Theo Johnson. Theo Johnson is a guy that's been getting a good bit of work in this game, on this team. And Dart is going to look to him often. On top of that, New England's given up some games. They gave up 13 to Njoku, 17 to Otten, almost 8 to Jaceki. Theo Johnson is somebody who's been getting solid targets, especially while Dart has been starting. So I think he could get 6 to 8 targets here. I think he could definitely get in the end zone. I would not be surprised to see him get in the end zone as well. He's a guy that Dart definitely targeted a lot down in the red zone while he was good. And again, it's such a pass heavy script for the Giants. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a pass heavy script for the Giants. I think they're just going to throw a ton. They're going to have to keep it competitive, at least in Vegas's eyes, right? And that's what I would imagine as well. So I think Theo Johnson is the guy when it comes to the receiving game on the Giants side. And then I want to talk about some values. Now that we've got this kind of core in here, right? Yes, I love May as well, but I just can't put everybody in here. I want to make it so that you have plenty remaining in this as well. But the core that I'm kind of thinking here is Travion Henderson as the captain. Why? This is a very favored spot for New England, high total, rush heavy script. Okay, when a team is this big of a favorite, normally it's a very solid rush heavy script, and they're at home in New England. I'm expecting 18 to 20 plus carries for Henderson, and we know the type of damage he can do on the ground. This is the same Giants defense that just gave up 60 DraftKings points to Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Henderson will absolutely be able to feast, and at 12K at captain, it just feels really good to me. Then we've got Jackson Dart on the other side. Dart can not only do damage with his feet, but he's also in a script where he's going to have to do as much as he can with his arm. So the opportunity is there for Dart. He could get in with his legs. He can get in with his arm. I like Jackson Dart a lot. It's the same situation with May, but just because of the script, I don't think May will have to do it as long as Dart will. Dart will have to be the guy for all 4 quarters, whereas May probably be able to let off the gas a little bit in the third, depending on how big of a discrepancy the score is. So, but I do like May. Don't get me wrong. It's really hard to just focus on certain parts. Obviously, I'll be studying this all day, and I'll come down to like a absolute optimal that I'll post over at Greenlight. But I mean, dude, like, there's many, many ways you could go. But yeah, Jackson Dart's kind of the guy I'm leaning between the two just because I think he's going to be needed more, and he can also do it with his feet like May can as well. And then I feel like you got to pair Dart up. I feel like pairing him with Theo Johnson, and that's another reason I like Dart. Because you have guys like Theo Johnson at 5'8". You have Isaiah Hodgins at 3'6". You've got some cheap receiver options. Those two guys right there stick out to me big because they're receiving options in a play from behind, pass heavy script at very affordable costs. And that's why another reason why I like Dart a lot. Yes, you have Demario Douglas for New England at 4K, who's a solid option. You've got Mac Hollins at 6'2", but 6'2", I don't really care to pay that. But when it comes to that team, you do have Demario Douglas. You have Stephon at 8'8" as a prime option. But the way I envision this game, and this is the important way to attack showdowns, is I think they're going to get up by Trayvon Henderson. Now, obviously, it could go any way, right? It could end up being May to Stephon for 2 touchdowns when they get up, right? But either way, the good thing for Henderson, if he's not the reason they get up, they'll still get up, and it'll be a lot of Henderson in the end. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel safe with Henderson at captain. I feel safe with Jackson Dart on the other side. Pass-heavy script, throwing the Theo with his rushing ability as well. Then we talk about value, right? Because getting the right value in is going to be key as well. I already mentioned him. I think Hodgins is going to be one of the best options that we have as value. All right? I think he's one of the best options. He's only 3'6" in a pass-heavy script. He's been getting some solid work over the last few weeks. I mean, he got 6 targets in week 11. He got 6 targets again week 12. I mean, this dude's been getting some work. He got in the end zone last week as well. So, I mean, in a pass-heavy script, playing from behind, 3'6", I don't think you can go wrong here. All right, I definitely like Hodgins a lot. Other options. Now, like I talked about, we already talked about the possibility that New England could get up on Stephon. Stephon's a solid option. You could definitely rock with some Stephon. He's kind of been boomer bust. He's had a few games. He had 27 week 5. He had 22 week 11. He had 19 week 4. Outside of that, I mean, he can get as low as 5. He got 4 last week. He can get 5, 7 range. I mean, do you want to spend 8 in a very run-heavy type of script for New England on a guy like Stephon? I don't know. It's kind of a wait-and-see situation. Now, the wide receiver 1 for the Giants is Wan'Dale Robinson. Now, we know they try to get the ball in his hands any way they possibly can. We know that Jackson Dart definitely focused on him heavily. He just had a huge game with 13 targets, 9 catches, 156 yards last week, and a touchdown. I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson is obviously a focal point of this receiving game, and with them playing from behind, I absolutely would try to find a way to get him in if you can. Absolutely. So, I mean, Dart, Theo, Wan'Dale Robinson, the value of Hodgins, all of them in very pass-heavy scripts. And again, this is DraftKings where it's full-point PPR as well. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much my breakdown here. I don't have, just because of how heavily I think this script is going to lean run game, I don't have a ton of passing options on New England. If this ends up being a 5-touchdown game made to receivers, I'll have to just take that on the chin. But the way that I see this going and the way that Henderson's been playing, I think they lean on the run here in a favored spot. I think they can easily grind out the clock and get this win here in New England, utilizing that run game heavily. I think Henderson's a big part of them getting up. I think Henderson's a big part of them the rest of the game. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? But hey, that's the cool thing about showdowns, man. It can go many, many, many different ways. But that's the core that I'm really liking today. Henderson as captain. If Henderson is not in the captain, I think he's a must at flex. I think Henderson is the guy you have to have. Jackson Dart is another one of those guys. I think regardless, because of his rushing ability and because of the way this script's going to be, I think he's a guy that you probably need. And then Theo Johnson, I mean, you could play with it. Theo's one of the bigger targeted guys on this offense. And in the red zone, he's a big body in the red zone for Jackson Dart. And you're getting him at a good price, which is why he's in the core here at 5'8". Okay? But yeah, I mean, y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this game, how you think this game's going to go. As always, it's a single game. I mean, it could end up being the Giants up big. Who fucking knows? Week 13 was a trash-ass week. Some crazy shit going on. You got Jackson Smith-Njigba getting like 3 targets the entire game, some shit like that. Crazy. I mean, dude got no work out of nowhere after being the best receiver in the entire league all year. Shit like that happens. That's the game, baby. But we going for it. 300K to first place. Let's get it. Greenlightdfs.com to join up for the optimal lineup tonight. That'll be posted on the NFL Access page. Appreciate y'all as always. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. This will be where I post all of the DFS videos. I'll be doing NBA 2 normally. Today I'm just going to do an NFL Showdown video. Tomorrow I'll do the NBA High Five and stuff. We'll be back to regular scheduled programming as we used to when it comes to the DFS videos. And then obviously the other channel that I have will be the player prop videos. All right? Appreciate y'all as always, man. See y'all in the next one. Peace.